Welcome to Soccer As We Like It, the Man United direction. And today we're talking about the post-match game between Man United and Everton, which Man United lost game number 8 of the season. And that has literally thrown United's season in totally disarray, which it already was in half before now. So it's just a matter of how far United are going to stoop. Today we are joined with Houston Red Army, representing Houston Red Army, Chris. We haven't seen Chris in a long time. Welcome back to the show. The emotional one. How are you, brother?
What's up, man?
Good. We have Joe, the peacemaker, the soul man, on our show. We've seen him. How are you feeling, Joe?
What's up, fellas? What's up?
We have representing UK. We have the happy one, the boxer. Kay, welcome to the show, mate.
It's good. Thank you.
Right, gentlemen. United lost game number 8 yesterday against Everton, a team fighting relegation, as usual. Chris, where do you want to start on this? United, they said, started the game like a house on fire, but when the goal went in, lights out.
Wow. I actually watched the game second half. Slept late. I watched the second half only, but I didn't see anything new. The players doing the same shit they've been doing before. Sorry, excuse my words, but it's like they're not hungry. Everton were more hungry because they needed the points more than we needed. So Everton they don't want to be relegated, so they had to give their A game. But United, I didn't see nobody giving his A game. The couple minutes I watched, and that's what happened. We got a couple more games to go, and I think we're still gonna lose maybe 1 more or 2 more games before the end of the season. Just like Joe has said, lower your expectations.
United have to go to Anfield to face a team fighting for the league title. They got to go to Emirates to play Arsenal, who are fighting for top 4, and they still got to play Chelsea at Old Trafford. Win, lose, or draw, I still see 3 more games to be defeated. I see 3 more defeats on the road. Right, let me quickly give you a stats. United have lost 8 games. That's 24 points dropped. They've drawn 9. That's out of 9. Out of available 27, they've only got 9 points. So out of 51 points combined, they've only taken 9 points from 51 this season. That means they have dropped 42 points this season. 42. Well, that is Manchester United.
At Liverpool, we're going to lose that game. We're going to beat Arsenal, and we're going to go draw with Chelsea.
All right, I'll mark your word. Joe.
Yeah, I would probably say the same thing.
Man United, Everton yesterday. United started like a house on fire, but when the goal went in, it's all lights out.
I almost feel like this team feels like, if I could repeat David De Gea's sentiment, it does seem kind of like a cursed team. Because it's like, if it's not one thing, it's another. Like Maguire can't even just like stand still without fucking up the game. Like the bro just stood still. Like I feel for him. Like, the ball ricocheting off of you is something that happens to everyone, right? I don't know. The ball is hit at such a high velocity. Yeah, somebody should have been closing up. But man,
between Fred and Matic, something went wrong. I think they lost the ball somewhere there.
Yeah,
between Fred and Matic.
Yeah, I think the ball was just kicked back out. But that still doesn't excuse our inability to score. We should be able to concede a goal and still win games. I don't see why this is not happening. So you can't put it all on Maguire. And not only did we need to score more goals, and it would even seem like we were going to do it. This team seems confused, man. I'm getting preseason vibes all over again. Like I don't understand how this late we still don't have a style of play. We still don't have anything that works. We still don't have a definite 11. We have we have the differences between the people that come in and out of the game changes our game so much. You can't even really maintain the same style of system when you bring in your subs. It's weird. This team is just discombobulated. It needs a reset. And, I personally can't wait to give the reins to the new manager that comes in to properly pick his team or find this balance that we need.
Okay. United lost again to Everton, an Everton team fighting relegation under Frank Lampard, who's not even the best manager out there today.
Yeah.
But They beat Man United.
Yeah, for me, I said it, I think, a few weeks ago. The players are checked out. The ones that are ready to move on, they're just thinking, going through the motions, don't want to get injured, maybe lose a move or have to do rehab during the summer. And bringing Ralph in was a panic move because they couldn't get anyone else. They didn't plan to sack Ollie. He's tried his best. While we were still in the Champions League, there was a bit more of a fight, something to play and prove a point with. Whereas now, Champions League's over. These players are just thinking, oh, this guy's not going to be the next manager. It doesn't matter. We don't have to fight as much. And it's just a mess. It's just a mess. And yeah, I'm not surprised. I said it near the start of Ralph's tenure. I said we're going to have a lot of ups and downs. We're going to have a lot more downs than ups the last few games that we've got. It's just a big mess. The fact we've got, 5 players probably leaving the end of the season, that's not healthy at any club, let alone a top club. It's just a mismatch. And like they were saying about Maguire, like everything just seems to be going wrong. Whatever he touches, it turns to rubbish. So it's just, I don't know. And giving him the captaincy was the worst thing they could have done to him.
100%, mate.
The price tag, the captaincy, and it'll be hard to take off personally, because then it'll take a very brave manager to take off and put it that way. But
A manager can say, I want someone else as my captain. I think you need to focus on your game more. Just because you're English doesn't make you have to be the English.
How many managers do that? Like in this day and age, especially the thing is, we'll see if the manager's got full control. If Maguire's still the captain next season, that says to me that that's coming from above. Because for me, I would give him the captaincy. Right? He's not achieved nothing in the game. Just because he plays for England, and Ali, how is he going to play for England? The form he's been in, he should be nowhere near the England team.
Southgate said during the week he's the best centre back in the world or whatever. I don't know what. I don't know what he was smoking.
How Sancho's not been picked is criminal. Sancho's form has been tremendous.
Yeah.
But then Maguire's been shocking, and it's just typical bias, isn't it?
The thing I don't know if that's all bias, because I think for the way Gareth Southgate likes to play, Maguire's that's his game. Yeah, that's his game. Very just defensive. That's his game. He can do that. But whatever Ragnick, but whatever Ragnick is asking of Maguire, Maguire cannot do that, and that's why he's shit in our league. Now we'll see what Maguire looks like when during the World Cup you start playing. You stop playing fucking Kazakhstan and shit, and you start playing some ballers, and we'll see. Even with that style of play, if it's Gareth Southgate will be proven right or wrong, but it was they're
in a bad group. They're in a weak group. They got who?
Very weak group.
USA,
that's why I put
Iran, and Scotland or Wales. No, please.
I think that's why I put that post.
England don't qualify, then there should be. They made that group so easy that come on, man, come on. You might as well just tell them, just start your performance from round of 16 or round of 32, because you're going to round of 32, then 16, then 8, then.
All the big teams to go through, don't they?
Yes.
It's all money and bums on seats, isn't it?
I surely also hope that the England team maintain their mentality and don't look at that group, because those are teams that are just ready to shock you. United States.
There's always shocks.
It's always shocks, and the United States always got to fuck around. And they might fuck around and do something. So the same thing with Iran. These are teams that, their fans are very passionate about, and nobody's saying that, England in any way, shape, or form shouldn't just boss that entire, I don't think there would be something wrong if they either got a tie or a loss. They should win every single game.
You know what I'm saying? That with the air-conditioned games and it being mid-season, I think it's going to throw a lot of teams off, especially the European teams. I think they're gonna.
Said,
A lot of them.
You said it's air conditioned though.
Yeah, the air-conditioned stadiums.
Uh-huh.
So for them to get used to
Remember,
playing
the
with
World Cup starts in November.
Yeah, but I'm saying like the World, like obviously it's the winter break, and they're having a winter break to do the
Yeah.
World Cup, but it's foreign to a lot of teams. No one else has ever done it before.
Yeah, we never had the World Cup in winter.
Yeah.
It's always in June. Always. This
And
is
then
a
the heat,
strange one.
acclimatizing, the air-conditioned stadiums. I saw one picture where you could see the big fans. They'll be blowing onto the pitch. I was like, that's going to affect players. Remember when England went, was it Japan? And they were just sweating and dripping. Or was it South Korea? I can't remember.
It was Brazil. I think it was Brazil.
Brazil?
Brazil
Brazil was
2014.
a tough one.
Yeah, Brazil.
Brazil
Yeah, they
was
were
a tough one.
struggling. Teams were dying. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's all about preparation, though. These tournaments.
Yeah. I mean, they're professional athletes. I would hope that there needs to. Okay, so everybody's at a certain level professionally, right?
Yeah.
Athletically, right?
Yeah.
And it's kind of like a Formula One car, right? The team that's able to fine tune the little things here and there and there, give them the edge. Those are the teams that go on to win. So
100%.
this is just another challenge that folks, that these professionals have to go through. I kind of like it. It's you don't want to go watch the same race at the same kind of venue all the time. So, you know, I would have chosen something other than Qatar, of course. There are other
Qatar was just
there are other football loving nations that have the same challenges that presents itself in this one that I would have preferred, but you know, that's here and there.
right. So as we can see, Man United are just lost another game to Everton. This game, Rashford had two headers, or was it one header? I think in one of the headers, I think he literally closed his eyes, because had that been a Ronaldo, that's going in. Rashford's not the best header of the ball. We know that. That's not his game. So Pickford in the first, before United conceded a goal, United were on Everton. They were on Everton. Everton was struggling to contain United. Then the goal goes in. All bets are off. All plans go out the window. All right, we're going to just try and freestyle this one. And United just could not find a way. I thought Ronaldo was isolated by himself up there. They had no service apart from that one that I thought was a penalty on the 85th minute that hit the guy's hand that hit the goalkeeper. I thought it was a penalty, but we're literally scraping and scrapping. From what I saw, United players yesterday, they were all going down the left side of Everton. And the too many passes is like you're putting crosses in. Who are you looking for? No one in particular. It's just disjointed. Chris.
Yeah.
As it stands now, is it the tactics that the players can't adjust to, or the players are just not good enough? Which one is it?
I don't know. I mean, I know Kay and Joe not gonna buy this idea, but I did warn you. Firing the coach mid-season wasn't gonna solve any problem. Has it solved any problem since then? No. It's the players. It's been players all along. I've been telling you from the beginning was players, like no, it was the previous coach. And I know you don't like to hear that, but
no, I'll
you see. I mean, I had tried to warn you, and I told you, hey, I'll be back here after week 30, and I'm gonna tell you something. And actually, it's week 30. I did tell you, changing previous coach was like pissing on yourself, which you're gonna regret later on. You know what I mean? Yeah, we changed coach. Yeah, we were happy just for a moment. You know what I mean? Like you piss yourself if you warm for just for a little bit, but then you go regret later on, right? That's what happening to all of us. I mean, we changed the coach. I'm not talking about Ole was a good coach. Nah, I'm not talking about that. But we changed the coach mid-season. It wasn't gonna help. No, it wasn't gonna help. All along was players, but we kept blaming the coach. I know Ole is not a good coach, but we kept blaming on him. Now y'all can see it. You're now blaming the players again right now. I mean,
hold
it's
on,
the players, not even the coach. They can't take no tactics. Even if you bring somebody tactics, these players are the problem. Then I guess they're scared to bench some players too. Like Maguire shouldn't be playing. He's on bad form. I mean, you are coach, whatever. You have to do whatever you have to do. Maguire been on bad form. Bench him. We have Bailly on the bench. He's not injured or something. try seeing what's gonna happen, you know. But even if you bring a Ten Hag or Poch, whoever gonna bring with these type of players, I think we need to offload a lot of players on this team. Because if you bring Ten Hag, it's gonna be the same thing. He might have tactics and everything. It's not gonna work with these type of guys. That's my 2 cents.
Joe, you were gonna rebuttal something from Chris.
Before I give you your flowers, you were right. All right, for the most part, it was this, but I will say, though we may not be getting all the results that we'd like, I feel like this team is playing better under Ragnick than under Ole. Like there are levels of just like whatever is going on in that club. But what I saw under Ole towards the end was absolutely shocking, bro. It was shocking. Like there was absolutely no reason why any team that can wear that badge can come out on the pitch and do what they did. That said, we're not getting everything we want. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Glitched out for a second. Yeah, we're not getting everything we want from Ragnick, but I see progress. And yeah, clearly there's a player issue because like somebody, like they pointed out, like 3 years ago, we played the same game against Everton.
And we got beaten 4-0. And what did
4-0.
Ole say? A lot of players won't be here next season.
Yeah,
None of them left. None of them left.
Six of those players were in the starting lineup today.
Exactly. See what I mean?
So, and you know,
All
these
talk.
are the same players. Yeah, these are the same players that went through Mourinho. We've changed too many. We've now changed too many managers for it to just be. Yeah, but but we know as fans though that it's so much more than that. It's the board. It's recruiting. It's everything. You know, we got rid of Woodward. We'll see what happens. We got Ragnick. Maybe Ragnick could go upstairs. Maybe you have influence. We'll see how they're gonna situate the power situation with Ten Hag or whoever else comes in. We'll see. But those are things that definitely have to happen outside of just the people on the pitch.
All right.
Even if we got the best players, So
I'm gonna quickly go with a list of players that fans say are the ones leaving next season. We have Mata. Do you guys agree? Mata be out.
Yeah, he should.
Yeah.
Paul Pogba.
Yeah, he should.
Yeah.
Lingard.
I'll take the money.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Phil Jones.
Oh,
No.
He might just say no.
what?
But we should get rid of him.
Why is
He's
he-
still
why
on.
is
He's
he
still
going?
got 4 years on his contract.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
Phil Jones doesn't leave this
Yeah.
team, the prime minister needs to get involved. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous.
That's
Only
fine.
it was only that game with
Boris
the contract.
Johnson.
Yo, hey, if Johnson gets rid of Jones, I bet you in the next election he'll get the city of Manchester. The city of Manchester. If he got rid of Jones, for real, man. Come on.
I think he's still
He's
got
gotta
3 years
go.
left. I think he's still got 3
He's
years.
gotta go.
I think he's still got 3 years left on his contract.
He is a monument, a living monument to how far we have fallen as a club.
So he's
He
club
is a
legend.
walk. He is a monument.
He's a club legend, though.
Yeah, he is a football legend. Like there's going to be studies about Phil Jones's career at Manchester
The legend
United.
of the memes with his
Hey,
face.
Yes.
Hey,
Oh my God.
you know Phil Jones played for England last World Cup. You know he was there.
Yeah.
4 years
Yeah,
ago.
Yeah.
Okay. Lee Grant, Eric Bailly.
He's coaching anyway. Bailly will go, definitely. He's not happy.
Okay. People are talking Cavani.
Yeah, Cavani's gone.
Cavani, yeah.
Okay, so they're saying, right, people who are up for contract renewals, Luke Shaw,
Yeah, they'll renew it.
Maguire,
Yeah, they've already said they're gonna offer him a new contract, isn't it?
He's gonna have to prove himself in World Cup.
They're gonna give it to him. They're gonna give him a new contract.
No, if there's
Rashford.
one thing I've noticed about this team, we do not cut wages. I don't know what the hell is going on with this team.
We
never cut wages.
reward mediocrity. We don't.
Yeah.
The players don't have to prove anything to get a new contract in this team.
Because you saw the latest stats. The five highest paid players in the 10 highest paid players in Premier League, 5 are from Manchester United. United take the top 30 players who earn a lot in the Premier League. 10 come from Man United. 10. That's 1/3 of the highest earners in the Premier League. And these 10 players play for the same club we support, and we have not seen a trophy in 5 years. That tells you a lot, mate. That tells you a lot.
It tells you that our recruiting is shit, because we know we have to spend money to get certain players, but it doesn't even seem like we're getting the players that would work together, or we're not doing it with a set of plans, or a set of plans to make sure that's, let's say, give it 5 years, you know, as they start accumulating some players, we can come together and have a style of play. Like, everything is just knee-jerk reactions. I don't know if it's driven by money or promotions or whatever. It just seems like we're doing Football Manager. Like, we're putting teams together that shouldn't be put together. It's hard to keep up. I don't know how the recruiters even do it, because a recruiter can say, we can give the recruiters a task this season, say we want these kind of players, right? But there's no guarantee that the manager that instituted those players is going to be around in 2 years. So 2 years from now, we're going to be looking like, I understand why we got Maguire. Because of the style of play at the time, our counter-attacking football, I understand why we got Maguire, and it worked. But then when we decided to transition into a different style of play, we required something that Maguire could never have done. So now we have to make the decision whether we want to go back, pick a manager that plays plays a style of football that helps Maguire, or we need to get rid of Maguire. And I don't feel like this team, I don't have any confidence that this team is willing to make the right move in either way. In either fashion.
So with players like, what of people like Matic? Does he stay?
He's gonna go
Till
as well.
United get the CDM? Okay.
I think
Matic,
for me,
Matic should go.
Matic has had his best years ahead of him. I don't know why we've kept him. Well, I know why we kept him in. It's cheaper to keep a player in than it is to sign a new one. Players like Matic, Mata, they should have been moved on a long time. The age of our squad is quite worrying how old the squad is. That just shows you how bad the recruitment's been. We're having to keep players on for so long because we're not recruiting well, and no youth players are really coming through that can cut it. So for me, it's just like you said, we just need to decide on a style of football, stick to it, have a philosophy for the club.
Don't forget,
Right through to the reserves and stick to it. Buy players that fit the philosophy, not buy players for each manager that comes in.
This is what Radcliffe was saying. He said United players need to be more physical and more adjusted to high press football, not just buy player for the brand name. United, he said half the time they're always bossed when it comes to physicality. They can't compete physically. They just can't compete.
Too soft.
Too soft. So what of the people we have loaned out? Martial, Diallo, Pelestri. What happened to them three?
They're nowhere near the team, man.
So are they going to be? Is Martial going to be sold off? Is Diallo going to be sold off?
It all depends whether Martial wants to be here or not, or try again.
So.
He's been there for so long now that I think you just need to cut your losses with him.
Chris, Martial and Diallo.
I think Martial gonna go to another loan. He might be back at the club to finish the contract.
Wow. Diallo is at Glasgow Rangers at the moment.
I don't think he's gonna get position as long as we have Rashford and Sancho. So I'd rather send him on. But I'll try. If just looking at the guys go out, I think I'd rather bring that guy be on the bench. He might be getting a couple games in.
Right.
I think definitely I think we should keep our younger players, because I don't think our younger players can learn anything from our older players that are playing shit right now. I don't think there's anything any of our younger players can learn from Rashford. I don't think there's anything any of our young players can learn from Martial with the way he's playing. You gotta, you know, if you want to teach these young players, you got to do it on the pitch. And if they're on the bench sticking it up week in, week out, they have to go. I'm sorry, Rashford has to go. Martial has to go. We need that money. All right. So that's if you're a senior player and the next guy behind you that would come in off the bench can't learn anything from you, you have to leave the club.
Okay, look at it this way. Okay, you know this. You know the score. Radford is an adversary for, an advocate for lunch meals in England.
Yeah.
He's the face of school meals.
Yeah.
All right. He's the face of school meals. He's an academy player. He's from Manchester. He's the face of Manchester United. He wants another contract, which is he's currently on 215 a week. He's looking to go to 300 plus a week or near, if not more.
He's nowhere near that, to be honest, man.
Huh?
He shouldn't even be anywhere near that. That's the disgusting thing about our club. These players get paid way too much. Like,
And they have nothing to offer.
He shouldn't even be on anything near 150. Like, it should be bonus. I think we need to go back to the model of incentives, performance-based bonuses, not standard wage and then just go through the motions. Like people like Maguire. Maguire's on like almost 200 grand a week. He's on more than most of the Liverpool players.
That's what I'm saying.
They're getting paid so much money. Like, what do they even have to play for? Like, usually, you know, we're at work. We want to work hard so that we get a promotion, so we make more money. But if you're already getting paid, like guys doing 10 times more than you are, like, what's your incentive?
Exactly.
If you're not doing it for the love of the badge, right? If you didn't grow up with this, you know, then you're not going to work on your craft because you think your craft is good enough.
That's what we're saying. So
You know?
think about it. If you're paying Radford 215 now, what's his name? He's on 235. Martial. Tell me why. And most of those players, those wage caps, some players in City and Liverpool are not on that, but they have something to show every season. We have nothing to show for 5 years, nothing, not even a community shield. But yet,
Do you know where that started from, Tim?
What?
That was the desperation of keeping De Gea. They were so desperate to keep him, they brought the structure, and other players are like, oh, like when De Gea was going through a bad spell, it brings problems. Players are like, oh, he's on this money. I'm performing. I want to get more money. And then it's just created a mess. It's created a mess. And until the De Gea, I love De Gea, but that's a problem for anyone. The keeper being the highest paid in the club.
Don't forget we had Sanchez on 400 a week.
Yeah.
That guy gave us 5 goals in 42 games.
That was painful. That was so painful.
But that's what I'm saying. Because De Gea was on so much, that's why Sanchez came in on a lot. Because he's like, oh, your keeper's getting this. I'm not coming on less than the keeper. And that's what's created so much a knock-on effect.
He gave us 5 goals in 42 games, mate.
It's crazy.
Was it Greenwood? Greenwood matched it in like 2 games. It was crazy, man. Oh my God, Sanchez.
Let's quickly go through the player ratings. Quickly. Yesterday, I don't know what you guys are gonna rate these players today because that was an absolute fucking shit show. De Gea. Okay.
I was boxing, so I didn't watch the game, to be honest.
Okay.
I can't even give it.
All right. From what you've seen or what you've heard, overall, what do you give the team performance after the game against Everton? After we lost, what would you score them?
I wouldn't even know, to be fair. I just know that a lot of people were not happy, so I've not even got Scooby-Doo, man. I feel like I've not even really. I've seen like a 2-minute highlight of the game. I saw the deflection. I saw Ronaldo's shots and the header, but yeah, it would be unfair for me to score, to be honest.
All right. Joe, how would you rate the team yesterday?
4.
4 for performance.
Yeah. 4.
Okay, Chris, when you watched the second half, overall, what you've heard, what you've seen, what you've read, what are you gonna score the team?
I give them 4.5 just for showing
How many?
up. 4.5 for showing up.
4.5 for showing up. Very generous. Just for showing up. You saw the jubilation at the final whistle with Lampard going to the crowd and doing this and doing that. You think they won the league title at that day?
I mean, this a little bit safe from relegation. That's why he had to do that. He knew like he could have lost that game. He could have been on relegation today. And
Yeah, Burnley lost, didn't they?
having that Burnley lost today and all that.
Yeah, I mean, that's like their 5th win. They've won in like what, 10, 15?
They haven't won,
Yeah.
they haven't won
You
since
know?
February or something.
Wow.
Yeah. So
And they
especially
played
with Frank.
and
Frank
they played
looked
on and they played on Thursday or Wednesday.
Yeah, they played didn't they play Burnley? Did they lose that game?
Yeah, they lost last
They
minute.
lost
Damn.
3-2 last minute.
Yeah. And somebody in the chat was like, watch these motherfuckers come around and beat us too. Because I knew it as soon as they
Somebody
lost.
out on the group that somebody
On the group.
Everton play like
Watch.
Prime City or something and win the game.
Yeah. I mean, they didn't do that's what
Everton
made it
did win
worse.
the game.
And guess what?
What you say, Kay?
They won against Newcastle a few weeks ago. They got a man sent off and they got a lucky win against Newcastle. But it just reminds
Because
me of
last weekend, Everton lost to West Ham late in the game, a very late goal they conceded. You said in midweek they lost to Burnley. I know I didn't follow through. They lost to Burnley again on midweek, right?
Yeah.
Damn.
You know what? I do betting. I do some betting somewhere. You know, I had bet Everton gonna be United, and the odds were so big. I can't.
Why would you admit that? Why would you admit that on this platform? Why would
Because
you?
it just shows how bad United are.
I knew we were gonna get a beat.
predictable.
And I knew Everton, they were due to win a game, and I knew it was our game.
I thought the worst scenario 1-1 because we did a pre-game during the week with UK and Australia. Everyone came out with a draw maximum. No one gave us a win. Everyone was a draw or a defeat. It's Everton fighting relegation. At the time, it was the eve of the Burnley game. So I thought, okay, they'll beat Burnley. But you said they lost to Burnley. They lost last week to West Ham. They beat United. Norwich is up next on Saturday. That's at Old Trafford. It doesn't even matter where the game is played. Chris, you're laughing. So there are going to be 77,000 United fans in that stadium on Saturday against a team who's literally the bottom of the table.
And
I could tell you now, I can't guarantee 3 points. I can't tell you the United will win that game.
Norwich won today, so they're gonna be in a high mood because they won today. They try to be off relegation. I don't think they're gonna survive, but
if they're going down, they're going down fighting.
Yeah, they go. You know what? You don't want to play these type of teams that they have nothing to lose. Remember how we lost to
Sheffield United.
Maybe it was like 2008-9. We lost to Sunderland that was going to be relegated, and we lost. Or West Brom. Final game against Ferguson. We went like 5-5 or 3-3.
Yes. Yeah. Alex Ferguson last game. It was Lukaku got hat trick for
You
West
don't
Brom.
play these teams that are going in the relegation the last couple games. They have nothing to lose. They give it all. They do whatever they want. So
on Saturday, what are you predicting? Norwich and Man at the Old Trafford.
I'm taking a draw.
A draw. Joe, bottom team against 8th place team.
We might sneak. We can't. Man, we have to. They're gonna get a result. We're gonna get a win.
United to get a result.
Yeah,
you know, Watford did come to Old Trafford 4 weeks ago, and they got 1 point. Considering they beat us 4-0 before.
I know. It's at Old Trafford too, right?
Yes.
Damn. If it was away, I would feel a lot better.
We were away yesterday.
It's probably gonna be, yeah. I'm hoping for a 2-1, but it'll probably be a 1-1.
Okay, Norwich.
You know what? I won't be surprised if we beat them, but it won't be convincing.
Hey guys, I gotta go, man.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. It'll be like a 2-1 or because they're more or less there, aren't they? Norwich. But yeah, I think it'll be like a 2-1 or 3-1. But I think
3-1 to United.
Yeah.
So you're confident United will get 3 points from that game?
I'm not confident. No, I'm not confident, but I think we'll probably get a reaction and beat them.
A reaction?
Yeah.
I don't know.
This team doesn't know a reaction that hit them on the forehead.
I'm getting even more nervous because they're definitely going to out-passion us. They will. That team is going to out-passion us because it doesn't even take much. Like, we have teams that out-passion us that have no expectations of going to Europe. They're just, it's the end of the season. We have the pride to be a mid-table team. That's enough for us to out-passion whatever the fuck is going on in Manchester United. That's this team being the last team. They're gonna go for everything, and with our guys being checked out, Ragnick has to do some magic work during the midweek. This is beyond just a training pitch now. These guys are gone mentally. So no, this probably gonna be a loss. This is probably gonna be a loss.
So you've changed from draw to loss.
Yeah, it's gonna be a loss.
Okay, you are a hardcore United fan, as we all are, but we have to face reality, mate.
I'm just saying, man.
We have lost games at home. Aston Villa, Liverpool, Man City. We not all our cup games. Remember, when I told you United was the 8th defeat in the league, I didn't add for the season. For the season is 11th defeat.
Yeah.
Remember, we got knocked out at home, Carabao Cup, knocked out at home, FA Cup, knocked out Champions League at home. The home is not home anymore. Home is not home.
Yeah.
Teams come to boss us at home. If Watford could get a result at Old Trafford, that tells you something, mate. Yeah, the ball hit the post.
They're scrapping for their lives, so I think that'll play into our hands. If it was a team that would just sit back, I think we struggle. But Norwich, really, they need to get a minimum of point. So I think, like, I just looked at the table now. They're on 21. Watford are on 22. Burnley are on 24. Then Everton are on 28. So it's like Leeds are obviously on 33. So I don't think anyone can really catch Leeds. But
Leeds, but since they sacked the manager, they've started to do well, right?
Yeah, a little bit better. A little bit better.
Look,
they won yesterday, didn't they? I think.
Huh?
I think Leeds won yesterday, didn't they?
I'll have to check. I didn't see it. I didn't follow them.
Yeah, they beat Watford 3-0.
Oh, dang. They beat Watford 3-0. Oh,
yeah.
If Bielsa was still there, they would probably have lost that game.
Yeah. To be fair, under Bielsa, they had a lot of injuries. Remember, Calvin Phillips was injured, the striker Bamford. There's loads of injuries, like ridiculous amount of injuries.
Then you should then adjust the style that you play if you don't have.
Yeah, but Bielsa's one of them managers. He doesn't change. He'll always play the same way, innit? He's just that type of manager. Even if you're losing 3-0, play the same way.
So the situation is this: if United can't beat Norwich next week, I mean, if they can't beat a team, should we be surprised? We shouldn't be.
Yeah.
We should not be at all. This team, on paper, looks like a team that could win Champions League for you, bro. On paper. But when you put them in front of anybody, they crumble like jelly babies. Just absolute rubbish. Absolute rubbish. They're weak-minded. The mentality is low. They can't. It's like some people have said, most of them, oh, he's not going to be our manager. Why should I be fighting for my place? So, well, fuck it. They just can't be asked.
I don't even understand that train of thought because, yeah, even if he's not going to be the manager, don't you want to play Champions League football with the next manager?
Well, for them, it's like, are they going to win the Champions League? No. Is it going to affect their wages? So really, they're thinking it'd be nice to play it, but they're not going to bust the gut for it. You got to remember, these players, they need someone to like get them ticking, get them motivated. Like they need that they don't need it every game. I just think players are different now.
Right.
There's less pride. I think a lot of players have got less pride than they used to.
less pride than they used to. It's more money and social media followers.
I don't think it hurts them as much as it used to hurt the other players.
No, it doesn't. No, don't.
If they lost the game, they'd be embarrassed to be outside. Well, so a lot of these footballers, they lose a game.
No. So people say, oh, when United lose Ronaldo, he'll be storming off. What is he there? You want to keep doing all this? How many times are you going to do this all season?
Oh,
you failed.
Hold up a second. With what happened? I'm looking at the video that came out. What happened with the camera? Yo, when Ronaldo, I'm saying it right now. Ronaldo has to leave the club. Ronaldo has to leave the club.
He's going to leave anyway. He's going to leave anyway.
Okay, so if there was any inkling of him staying, he needs to leave right now because that mentality,
petulance,
is toxic in the locker room. You know why? Because even if Maguire is not good enough to be our captain, whoever's good enough to be our captain has to be somebody that can
Stand
check
up to him.
Ronaldo
Yeah.
whenever he does that.
Yeah.
If that captain is not doing it, then it's got to be up to the manager. The manager got to be like, oh, wait, we just want to be slapping cell phones from little kids' hands? Nah, I don't care. Like Wagner needs to, he got to be out the next game. That cannot stand at all. Like, how
But
is
that
it
shows
that?
the discipline. It shows the
Oh,
discipline.
just yeah. Like, wait a minute. How dare he come to this club and start talking about he needs and expects more from these players? But here you are acting like a petulant child because you lost the game. I get it. I get it. We felt it too, right? We got to watch and pay for this shit. You're getting paid for this shit, you know? I mean, you pay a lot too, you know? But the fact that he did it to a kid, I get if it was like some kind of an adult that was just mugging him on and everything, and he was like, fuck off, right? It's a kid, bro. Like if you see red like that all the time, they need a he needs to leave.
The
That's
kid is gonna be
disgusting.
given
I was so disgusted.
the kid is gonna be given a signed shirt. He's gonna be given a tour of Manchester. Probably have
Tickets to the Burnley
probably get in Ronaldo's Ferrari, go around cruise, and take some pictures, and sit in a VIP. Ronaldo's guest. That's
Yeah,
even-
he's already on Instagram about that. It's great PR by his team, innit? They'll be forgotten about.
I'll even go as far as to make the declaration: what Cristiano Ronaldo did was worse than what Will Smith did to Chris Rock.
Nah, nowhere near.
nowhere near.
Not even
Will
close.
Smith is.
You
Will
gotta remember,
Smith-
Chris Rock's a comedian. That's his job to make.
I know.
jokes.
Hey, I know, man. I know. Hey, I'm on Team Rock.
I'm Team Rock, mate.
Team Rock.
100%.
Team Rock all day.
That was
all day.
childish. That was childish.
That was the epic.
Working childish,
Yeah.
man. Disgrace. He embarrassed himself by doing that.
Yeah.
So
Same
you've
as
all
Cristiano.
said. So you've all said. You're saying a draw. You're saying a draw on Saturday against Norwich.
Draw or loss.
Kane saying 3 points.
Yeah, I think we'll
He said
scrape.
3-1.
I think we'll scrape 2-1 or 3-1.
2-1
He
or 3-1.
scraped through on the 3-1.
All right.
You gotta remember this team
We'll wait
that
to see.
they don't know, innit?
We'll wait
They'll
to
win
see.
a game, lose 2 or draw 2 or 3, win a game.
Oh, it's the pattern? Okay, the cycle.
But I heard
Yeah.
Pogba was terrible yesterday. Was Pogba that bad yesterday?
Oh God,
He wasn't great.
He wasn't
He
great.
didn't
He
start,
didn't do
did he?
anything. He came on for Fred in
Yeah,
the
he
first
came on.
half.
Yeah, he came on.
Was Fred injured, Joe,
Well,
or Fred was just? Fred struggled.
Yeah.
Ragnick said he's injured. But McTominay's injured. He said Fred will be out. I don't know how long.
Fred is
What was it? Was
something
it
about his
impact
hip.
or- Was it impact Fred's injury or what was
Not
it?
sure. You gotta look at it again.
Wow. I think Pogba's probably talking that he didn't start.
We are in like the next few games is gonna be a problem. We're
Give
in
us
dire
the rundown.
But
Who we got?
both our defensive midfield options are injured, right? So we're gonna have to push on
Matic.
with Matic. Maguire is off form. I don't know when Varane is coming back.
He's injured again.
He's always injured.
yeah.
I don't know. He wasn't injured like this at Madrid because he was always playing for Madrid. Since he's come to United, he's gotten injured. What's going on here? Is there something we're missing? Are we missing something here?
I always thought we got him too easy.
That's what I was thinking.
I always thought it's like, wait, what? We got him? That was relatively easy.
Yeah,
You know?
it was one transfer, one of the easiest transfers we got.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And we going for cheap.
So you're
Yeah.
saying who we got?
Yeah.
Who do we have in our next list of games, Joe? You're telling me we have Norwich next. Who next after Norwich?
Liverpool.
Huh? Liverpool
Liverpool.
after Norwich?
Arsenal. Yeah, Liverpool then Arsenal.
Ouch.
And Chelsea.
Then Brentford.
Oh, damn. So Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, all in the same back-to-back?
No. Liverpool, Arsenal.
Oh, shit.
Then Brentford.
Brentford,
Then Brighton.
Brighton. Oh, these are not easy games, bro.
Then Chelsea, depending on the Champions League thing.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. After Chelsea, what's the last game of the season?
No, we got
Crystal
Palace.
Palace.
Crystal Palace.
Phew,
Away.
Bro.
We're gonna lose at least 4 of those games, I think. 3 or 4 of those games.
Wait, where's I could,
Okay, so let me. This is what I
mean,
have here. I have Norwich.
Zaha is licking his chops for that game.
Huh?
Zaha is licking his chops for that game. You getting ready? Last game
Liverpool,
of the season against United. Zaha is getting ready.
Arsenal, Brentford, Brighton. You saw Brighton got a result at Emirates yesterday. That was a good game. I was impressed.
Mhm.
Chelsea and Palace. Right, gentlemen. Norwich, Kay says 3 points. Joe says 0 or 1 point. Right, Liverpool, Anfield, the team fighting for the league title. Joe, can United go and upset them at Anfield?
Nah, we're losing that game, and it's all a matter of just like damage control. Just don't lose badly. That's all. That's all I ask for. That's all I'm asking for that game.
You're not asking for 3 points?
Nah, they're not gonna give me 3 points. I'm not gonna ask for something like that.
You're not going for 1 point?
I'm being. Nah, no, because I don't think they fear us. Because the only way we could have gotten 1 point is if Liverpool feared us enough to play a certain style. They're gonna come at us, man. They're gonna come at us. No respect. We get no respect anymore. So we're gonna lose that game.
Arsenal, Emirates, winner takes it all.
We're probably gonna beat Arsenal.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we'll probably beat them just for a little bit of pride after getting beat by Liverpool.
But think about it. They've lost 2 games back to back now. Lost to Palace midweek, lost to Brighton again yesterday. So they've dropped 6 points.
You gotta remember they lost Partey, innit? Partey's injured. They lost Kiritini for the season. Their teams, the spine of the team's crumbled.
Right.
So
you're all saying Arsenal win, right? Arsenal win.
I think we'll beat them.
Brentford.
Yeah, we'll beat them.
Mm-hmm. Brighton. I see a draw there.
Or the best we'll get.
I can't see us being Brighton. I can't. Joe?
Draw. Easy.
Draw. Chelsea, Old Trafford.
Oh, we're losing that game. Mm-hmm. Damage
You know
control.
what?
That's all.
Chelsea-
Lukaku's gonna have a brace.
With
Lukaku's
Chelsea,
gonna have a
bro,
brace. He's gonna come
Remember
off the
last
bench
time?
too.
Who beat Chelsea the other week? I was shocked at that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they
It was,
lost at home to Brentford 4-1.
Yeah, I think it was Brentford.
Brentford beat them.
Brentford went to the bridge and scored 4 goals. We went to the bridge and got 1 point. Drew 1-1.
Yeah, their last couple of, I mean, you saw what Real Madrid, no, let me not even say you saw what Real Madrid did. You saw what Benzema did. They got Benzema, man. Ooh, wait. So yeah, I don't know if, I mean, they seem to have just not let the whole Abramovich thing bother them.
Yeah.
I guess they just need to, wake the fuck back up. I don't know what's going on there.
They destroyed Southampton yesterday 6-0.
Yep. That's a good way to, turn things around.
Yeah, we lost at home 4-1. We went to destroy someone else 6-0. Concede 4, score 6, +2. Not bad return. I wish United could do that, but they just don't. So, from Palace, last game of the season, Old Trafford.
You're gonna get disgraced.
That a lot of players be saying their final goodbyes that day. Yeah. I think people at Lingard. I think that is his last game for the club.
I hope the entire team goes up and does the clap, because everybody, except for Bruno, of course, because he just resigned, everybody needs to get on on notice, like at the Alaka, just like a little yellow tag on notice. That's it. Everybody can get it. That's what we need.
All right, gentlemen. Been another absolute pleasure again today. It is like these games. I was talking to a friend yesterday. Said he doesn't even look forward. He said before he looks at where United are playing. He said these days he doesn't even look forward to watch United play, because there's nothing to look forward to. There's nothing to play for. There's nothing to aim for. Nothing.
I mean,
he said he watches Man City and Liverpool and Chelsea in Champions League and looks at United like, Wow. Well, nowhere there. Nowhere.
Well, I don't watch teams because of what tournament they're in. I watch teams because they play good football.
Yeah,
If United was still playing good football, I would still watch United. Like happily, I still watch United, but I'm just not excited to watch them. You know,
they drain you.
Yeah, it's draining. You know, you just, you know, we're just like we're addicts, man. We're addicts, and we're chasing that first hit, you know, and this team, whatever they got, man, it's just that we just don't understand, you know. But we're just chasing, just looking for a little glimmer, a little spark that we can hold on to, you know. It is what it is.
It's quite shameful, mate. It is very shameful. But Ten Hag needs full control, like you said, Joe. There could be no negotiating. He has the full control of the players, who comes in, who he wants out, and they have to respect. It doesn't matter whether you're English, whatever. No, if you don't fit his prototype, the door. It shouldn't be a case, oh, he's been with us for a long time, you know, we shouldn't treat him like that. All that emotional ball needs to move. They need to step away from it. And listening to these ex-players, they got to come out of that nonsense. It's becoming a problem. These ex-players and pundits are becoming a liability.
I mean, Rio seems to be pretty on point from, you know, for the most part. I like listening to Rio. It's just like the ones
on 5.
Yeah. When he's on 5 on the podcast, not when he's like on Sky or what's that other one?
BT Sport.
BT Sport, yeah. But Rio is like real, you know, when it comes to it. He talks about certain players, he talks about certain styles. He's constantly talking about mentality. Like he's watching us play and he cannot understand the kind of mentality that is on the pitch. He's looking at players to make certain football moves and he's clearly watching them not doing it. So when he says that's not good enough, he knows what he's talking about. He's saying that if that player is not mentally capable to make that move, that football move, he's not good enough to play for Manchester United. What can you say? I mean, we've gotten to the point where Alphonso Davis on his Twitch channel is talking smack about Harry Maguire. Yo, come on, man. You have active players in other leagues talking shit about our captain, but we're not supposed to see the writing on the wall because maybe an ex-player say, I mean, it depends on what they say too. They could be open, but if they're just giving, you know, lip service or perpetuating a certain player to continue playing, or, you know, I don't need them to Graham Souness any situation, you know? So it is what it is.
I mean, this is where this club is. It is where we are. And like you said, I could, out of the last 7 games, I could see 3 more defeats coming in there, which will push us to double figures easily. This is unacceptable. So I was going to ask Kate, because Joe answered the question last week. Would it be better for United not to be in any European tournament next season?
I've said this to someone the other day. Like Arsenal, go out to Champions League, go out to the Europa League, the Europa Conference, whatever it's called. As long as we build a team and we get the right manager in, and they can work on the philosophy, the profile, the training.
And start winning domestic trophies.
Chelsea. Remember when Conte was there? They went in the Champions League. They had a week every week to get ready for his competitions, and it'll be better if we have the right coach and get the right players. But if it's the same nonsense we've been seeing, it's not going to make a difference. And all this
coaching is key.
All this Ten Hag needs full control. That's a red flag for me. That's almost like saying we put someone in place for you, and then they'll be like, "Oh, we got Poch instead." It's like a smoke screen almost.
Yeah.
I would not be surprised. The fact they're saying that he wants full control, surely that should be the normal for a manager to get full control.
A lot of players might not want that. A lot of players, they said a lot. Some of United players are not happy that Ten Hag is the forerunner because they feel he's going to be too strict.
I don't even believe all that PR. I think that's just to see what the fans are saying. You'll see what they're saying on Twitter, Facebook, gauge it. Because, Who's even asking the players' opinion on who the
Exactly.
manager is?
When did they start?
I don't know
Oh,
who
God.
I heard this from. Somebody was like, asking the players what manager they want is like asking a turkey what it wants for dinner.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like what are we talking about here?
Now, when you go to work, do you say, "What's your boss needs?" Oh, who do you want as your next boss, guy? They don't give a damn who you want. They get who they want to get. Like,
Yeah.
it's just
And if
it
the new CEO is coming, and if you can't get down with his philosophy, you got to get out.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Like where we? This is how far we've gotten. Like that. That's even normal. You know, like they're even asking them that questions. Like, say what now? You know, too much. You know, too much.
Crazy.
Wow. It's another day. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. This is where United are.
Shame. It's a big shame.